The following is a presentation of ECB Sports.
All right, Prime fans, we are back here in Greenwood, South Carolina at the Top Gun Sports Top Banana Tournament. The Prime went 2-0 yesterday, and this morning they have drawn the seed against the Upstate Buzz, who they did play yesterday. And today we're getting started, going live right here. Parker is on the mound. Bryce is behind the plate. And that first pitch is fouled off. As we go around the horn, Wyatt on third, Braylon at short, Zach at second, AJ at first, Cooper's out there in left. Bryce, well, let's see, maybe that's Barrett. Yeah, Bryce is behind the plate. Barrett is in center field. And Isaiah is in right as we get started here. So let's see what these boys are going to do today. If they can win this game, they'll go on to the 12 o'clock game against the Upstate Wolves. They've got a mixed record against them. And then if they win that game, from there on they go to a third game for the championship. So as we get started here this morning, a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. We're thankful for that. And as I dubbed him yesterday, the hangman on the bump. Here we go. I believe that's going to be full count for this batter. 3-2 the count. All right, here we go. We got to run it around on a ball 4. They've got to touch it. All right, so that's banana ball rules there. On a ball 4, there's no automatic walks. The runner is going to advance to first, but then he can go as far as he can before the infield touches the ball. Every member of the infield has to touch the ball except the pitcher and the catcher. And in that instance, he was safe at second. There he is, that young man. Getting his lead there. Zach holding him on. There's the pitch and a cut, and he makes it safely to third. All right, as he gets his lead, Parker ready to go back to work. Here we go. And there's a good cut. And that one looks a little high and away. 2-2, I believe. We're here in the Central Complex today. Yesterday we were out on one of the outlying fields. It was nice and quiet. It's like stereo wars here these days. And you hear all of the Halloween music. This is fall ball, of course. Halloween is this week. I think it's on Friday. And so all of the spooky kids music being played today. And got him, struck him out. Cha-ching. Good job, baby. Put a K in the book for Parker. All right, so that's one out. Still got the runner on third. And now a new batter in the box. Here we go. And takes a cut there, high, but strike one. At this age, it's hard for these kids to lay off of that high ball. If they connect, it goes a long ways. If they barrel it up. But more times than not, they're going to swing and miss. And he lets that one go 1-1. And that one's high. Bryce taking a look, running the runner on third back. Everybody's back to place. Here we go. And there's a long shot. That one's going out there, and that's over Barrett's head. So one run is going to score. Barrett scoops it up. They're going to go to 3. The play's going to be at 3 if they got the cutoff. And they do get it back in. But a good triple, long, hard hit ball for that young man right there. And Barrett just couldn't get turned around and get the wheels on soon enough for that one. Gave it a good try, just a little bit over his head. And so now with one run in and the runner still on third, 1 out, Parker set to go to work again on this batter. Here we go. And that one's high. Gonna make it 2-0, I believe. Parker gonna have to adjust his release point, bring it downhill just a little bit, find that strike zone. He had it yesterday. He was throwing strikes yesterday very consistently. Let's go, bud. And that one just a tad low. Three and 0, here we go. And he fouls that one off. That was gonna be a strike, so usually they'll get this take sign. 3 and 0. He gave it a good cut. So now 3 and 1. Let's go, Parker, don't lose him. And that one's hard hit, gets past Zach. Run's gonna score. Isaiah's going to grab it up and keep that runner at first. All right, so now a run in and a runner on first. Still 1 out. Now this being banana ball rules, and I didn't mention it, but the Upstate Buzz, there goes the runner, and a cut there. There's the throw. And Braylon is there, stops it just a little bit short. He's safe. Banana ball rules, now 2-0. That was the second run. I didn't want to say that until I saw it come up, but yes, 2-0. But under banana ball rules, you win the inning regardless of how many runs you score. So with there he goes. And no throw. All right, so you win the inning. So the Upstate Buzz, and what I'm trying to get out here as we're watching the action, the Upstate Buzz is the visiting team, and the Prime is the home team. So if the Buzz scores 3 or 4 runs in the top here in the first, and then the Prime comes back and scores, say, less, the runs don't matter. The Upstate Buzz would get 1 point for this inning. Likewise, if in the bottom of the half, the Prime come back and get more runs, and they would get 1 point for the first inning. And there's a nice pitch. A little bit of a breeze you can hear this morning. And he takes a cut there. And that got him. Strike 3, 2 outs. All right, so now with 2 outs, new batter in the box, still 2-0. Upstate Buzz over the Prime right now. And a pretty pitch there. Strike 1. Batter didn't like that at all, but Blue said, "Look good to me." And Here we go. High and outside. Good stop by Bryce. We're just going to have some of that wind noise. Not a lot I can do about that out here. Here's the pitch. A little bit low and outside. Bryce knocks it down. Ball 2. Let's go, Parker. Throw him in there. 2-1 our count. And that one way high. 3-1. The throwback. And he got him. He got him. There we go. I was going to say he called him safe to begin with, but he didn't make it back to the bag. Coach, like, you got to get back to the plate. So that's going to make 3 outs. So in the top of the first, Upstate Buzz put 2 on the board, but now we're going to swap them out and get a chance to see the prime come to action. Tough way to get called out there. You go to slide back, you're there on time, you just don't quite make it to the bag. All right, folks, so we are here on our Sunday morning, starting out the Top Banana Tournament with Top Gun Sports in Greenwood, South Carolina. Thank you for watching ECB Sports. We'll be back for the bottom half of the first. Stick with us. All right, Prime fans, we are back. Bottom of the first. Upstate Buzz put 2 on the board to begin with. Now the Prime gets their shot. And Bryce steps into the box. He takes a look at ball 1 high. Shooting just over the coaches' heads today. We'll see how this goes. And that's ball 2. And he's going to steal first. That's right. All right, so I was watching the catcher, and Bryce gets back. So in banana ball rules, on a passed ball with nobody on base, you can steal. And that's what he did. And now, with him safely on first, Cooper steps into the box. Let's go, Coop. Here we go. Get him, Rooster. There goes Bryce. Good jump. And he's up. No throw. All right, so that puts a runner in scoring position. You know Bryce, he's going to come around to third just as quickly as he can. Come on, Coop, rip one. And that's inside. There he goes. There will be a throw. And he's safely there. All right, Coop stays in the box. One of the banana ball rules, if this is our first game you watch, is that you have to stay in the box. And he pops one up. That one's going to get down. It's fair. He's got to beat it out. That's why you don't quit. He's there. Good job, Coop. We'll take it. So Bryce stays where he is at third. Cooper's on first. And Braylon steps into the box. You can see the coach there saying, back up, back up, back up. Here we go. Let's go. B. 30-30, I called him yesterday. Dad told him no more 29s. Pick up that 30 and swing it. Let's see what he can do, the damage here. There goes Cooper down to second. No throw. Bryce stays where he is on third. Ball 1. Pitcher comes set. Here we go. And that one's high. Braylon saying nothing doing there. And here's the pitch. And he takes that one for a ride. That should be caught. It's not, and it gets past the right fielder. So 2 runs are going to score. Braylon's going to third. And coach is going to hold him up there. Then you get the ball into home to hold him up, but a stand-up triple for that young man. Coach giving a little bit of instruction there on base running as we go forward.
Number 46, Mason.
All right, here we go. Mason picking up with us again today. Let's see what he can do. And he looks at a strike. So with those 2 runs scored, score is now tied 2-2. So if Braylon scores, then that will end the inning. And that may have been what Coach was saying. Just stay where you are. Let's see if we can't get Mason on. And then if we can score runs there, we get the 2, I believe. But it doesn't really matter. As long as we get 1, we win the inning. So let's see what's going to happen here. 0-2 to Mason. He's got to protect. That one's outside. Braylon stays where he is. Still no outs. Now 1-2. And he fouls that one off. Not a bad miss. Blue thought it was a little bit low, a little inside maybe. 2-2. Let's go, Mason. Put one out there, bud. And that one's definitely low. That's going to make it full count now. Come on, Mason. Let's go, bud. Get out in front of it. And struck him out. So that's 1. And Braylon over there playing with the pitcher. Cat and mouse. And with Braylon getting his lead, pitcher comes back to the mound. Barrett. Britches row. Let's go, Britches. There's one outside. Ball 1. Braylon just itching for a chance. He says, throw it. Throw it. I dare you. Braylon, I should say. Braylon, Barrett, Bryce. How many we got? All sorts of B's. And there's a called strike, 1-1. Braylon just giving him a fit. You can see shooting over the fence today. Come on, Barrett, drive one, bub. And that one's high. Braylon just worrying that catcher to death. He says, make a mistake, and I'm going to end this inning. And Barrett fouls that one off. All right, here we go. 2-1, I believe our count. 2-2. Correction, 2-2. That one's in the dirt. Here comes Braylon. And he's safe. And that should end the inning. So that's going to put the prime up. So that would be 2 runs to 3. 2 for the Buzz, 3 for the prime. But those get wiped out. And the score now is 1-0. 1 point, I guess you would say, for the prime in the first inning. We're going to come back for the top of the second as the Buzz recollect and the prime get ready to head out onto the field. We're going to take just a break and we'll be right back, folks. Thanks for watching 10U Baseball on ECB Sports here with Top Gun Sports in Greenwood, South Carolina. We'll be right back. All right, Prime fans, we're back for the top of the second. Prime up by 1 as we get ready to go live here. Parker remains on the mound. We're going to see what this defense has got here in the top of the second. And there's one in the dirt. 1-0. And a called strike, 1-1, pretty pitch. And that one just a little bit inside. Gonna make it 2-1, I believe. And there's a strike. 22, I believe. 2-2. I think there's 2 strikes. Game changer showing me one. There we go. Strike 2. All right, 2-2. Oh, not a bad miss. Hey guys, can you, young man, can y'all play somewhere else down that way or over there? Because I'm afraid you're going to throw the football and hit this gear over here. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. And there's, all right, we got to throw it around. That's ball 4. He's going to get to first. All right, so I was trying to get some kids to move. They were playing football just a little too close for comfort. And so that was ball 4, and number 24 gets to first base. So now the Upstate Buzz have a runner on first. AJ holding him on. And Parker takes a look, gets him back to first. AJ holding him on. Here we go. And there goes the runner, and a cut and a throw. And Braylon collects it up, but he is in safely at second. All right, with the runner in scoring position, no outs. Here we go. And a cut there. That's going to make it 0-2 to this batter. Here's the pitch. And that one's in the dirt. Runner's going to third. Probably no throw. He got a good jump there. Coach giving him a little bit of instruction there. Parker back on the mound. And another cut there. That's another strikeout for Parker. Bryce goes down to third. Throw, nice throw, just not quite in time. All right, here we go. And strike 3, got him. That's going to be 2. Now they got the... Got him! There we go. All right, that's 3 right there. Very nice, nice. So they got the runner pickled up. Well, wait a minute. I thought he called him out. Was that just, I thought that was 3 outs. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. We're gonna go back at it. Here we go. And there's a cut. And a cut there. That's only 2 strikes, I think. But we do have 2 outs now. What are we doing? Okay, well, I guess that was 3 strikes. I'm having a hard time keeping up with what's going on here. All right, so we're going to swap it out. We'll come back for the bottom of the second with the Prime up 1-0 over Upstate Buzz. Again, banana ball rules in effect here at the Top Gun Top Banana Tournament. So we'll be right back. Stick around. We are back, bottom of the second with the Prime up 1-0 over the Upstate Buzz. And we are going live right now. And that one's high, ball one. And there's a call to strike, 1-1. Overcast today, but a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. Yesterday morning about this time, it's about 9 o'clock right now, and he gets pegged right in the back. Gotta wear it like Barrett. Come on, young man, you're good. You are good, I know you are. Come on, Barrett, get up, dude. That one did get him, got him right in the back. The serial killers, huh? And I believe he's up on his feet. Come on down, dude. Wear it like Barrett. That's what we say. He took that one right square in the back. All right, so Barrett's on first. No outs. And now I believe Wyatt comes to bat. And here we go. There goes Barrett down. Wyatt holds up on the swing, no throw. And here we go. And he smacks that one foul. That's going to make it 1-1. Barrett had headed down to third, but he's going to go back and reset. We're going to do it again. And there's the throw back to second. Barrett's back in time. Nice little move for the pitcher there. Good practice. Barrett getting dirty as usual. I'm going to change his name, call him Dirt Eater now that he's diving head first every time. Here's the pitch. That one's high. He does go to third this time. There's the throw. And now he's going to go home. We got past the third baseman. Nice slide, Dirt Eater. Does it taste good? All that dirt. There you go, buddy. Way to run. All right, so that was the bottom of the second, and with that one run, the Prime add a point to the board. So now 2-0. We'll be going into the top of the third when we swap them out, and we will be right back. Stick with us, folks. ECB Sports here with Top Gun Sports in Greenwood, South Carolina. All right, Prime fans, we are back. Top of the third. And Parker remains on the bump. That one's in there to this batter 1-0, I believe. And there's contact. That's going to Zach. And he handles it nicely to Cole and got him. Good job, young man, both of you. Got to hang on to it. I was watching, getting the camera to first. I think he bobbled it a little bit, but he bodied it up, held on to it, and made the out. So there's one out. Good job. I was getting ready to say Cole in defensively at first for AJ. And I think Mason is now behind the dish. Let's see, Brantley's in right. Bryce is in center. Cooper's in left. Okay, they stay where they are. So Cole, Mason, and Brantley now in the game. And that one's high. 2-0. And there's called strike, 2-1. Excuse me, got a little sniffle this morning. A little chilly out here. And that's going to make it 3-1, I believe. And they got to throw it around. Everybody with the pitcher. And so they get it around, back to second, over to Zach there before the runner could make it around to second. So now with the runner on first, Cole's going to hold him on. New batter in the box, here we go. Mason says, I dare ya. There goes the runner, and it's fouled off. So I believe that's going to make it 0-2 to this batter. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, 0-2. Runner comes back, reset. There goes the runner. That's high. And I tell you what, he was right there. If he had come off the base at all, Braylon was all over him. Coach hollering, you got to get down, you got to get down. And that one's hit, and Braylon has it and tags second. Nicely done for a double play, unassisted heads-up ball. Yes, sir. Way to go with one out. That makes 3. So a line drive. He steps over 2 steps, takes it, and has the mind to step on second before the runner can get back and tag up. So that's going to end that half. And we are going to take a break and be right back as the Prime looking good this morning. Waking up early. It's 10 after 9 here on Sunday morning in Greenwood. Thank y'all for watching ECB Sports. We'll be right back. All right, Prime fans, we are back. Bottom of the third. Prime up 2 points under banana ball rules over the Upstate Buzz. And as we get ready to go live here, Wyatt, the Kraken Bracken, he's going to hear that all his life. Well, maybe not. You got to be of a certain age to know what the Kraken was. Anyway, Wyatt steps in the box ready to do damage. And here we go. And he takes a look at the ball outside. I think this is about the 3rd time we've been down here in Greenwood. This is a really nice complex. They just recently redid it, I guess. I had not played down here before, not been down here before. A little high and away, 2-0. But they just did a fabulous job down here. All new facilities, fields. Everything looks great down here. Enjoyed it. And he takes a cut there. 2-1. And that one's just a bit inside. So I think that's 3-1 now. And that's going to bring him down. They're going to all run to the middle to keep him at first. They all tag the ball. Center field comes up to cover second. And so that's going to keep him right there at first. No chance to move up. All right, the hangman in the box. Here we go. There goes Mason. And there goes the throw. And they almost had him with a good throw by that catcher. But Mason's there safely. Excuse me, Wyatt, I'm sorry. Those guys have similar builds. Sometimes I get confused in the moment. All right, so with Wyatt, Parker takes a cut. Wyatt at second. Let's go, Parker. And there goes Wyatt to third. And the throw, good stop by the third baseman, but he's there safely. That's the thing with these banana ball rules. We've got no outs. And if it gets past the catcher and Wyatt scores, our half of the inning is over. And we would be awarded the point since the Upstate Buzz did not score in the top half. So these games can move along relatively quickly under these rules. And Parker puts one out there. Oh, and he dropped it. The third baseman made a great diving catch into foul territory, and I thought he had it. That was a good play, young man. Heads up ball right there. But just couldn't hang on to it. And so now Parker's still in the box. Here we go. And that one's high. That's going to bring him down. He's just going down to second. And he does. Yep. And there it goes home. All right, they almost fell for it, but the pitcher decided finally to go home. That keeps Wyatt at third. That would have ended the inning right there. All right, and so now AJ steps into the box. The runner's on second and third, and he takes a cut. I'm gonna have to tell our music person that I recently hired to join ECB Sports that you've got to pay attention and you're working. And that one's high. Runners stay where they are at second and third, and you have a job to do, and that's walk-up songs and music. You got to pay attention. You can't just be sitting over there having a good time. So fire the commentator, fire the cameraman. That's happened a number of times. Now we're gonna have to fire the music lady. Here we go. And that one's outside. Catcher's up and got it. Everybody stay where they are. Here we go. And strike two. 2-2 on AJ right now. And that one, he didn't like that one. A little high, I guess, inside maybe. Is that gonna make it full count? Yes, full count, and struck him out. All right, so that's one. And so with one out, runners on second and third, Zach steps into the box. Let's go, Zach. And he takes a look at a called strike. 0-1. Bottom of the third, we're here. Coming up on just an hour of game time in a few minutes. That one sails away. Here comes the runner. And that's going to end it for the inning. He's safe. And so that ends it, and we're going to flip him over. That'll put another point on the board for the Prime with good base running there. So we're going to take a break, and we will be right back as the Upstate Buzz continue to look to put a point on the board. Got to win an inning, and in the last inning, and the banana ball rules, in the last inning, all runs scored count. So you could win every inning, and then we'll play a 6-inning game. You could win every inning, and then in the last inning, lose the game on the runs scored in that one inning. Banana ball rules in effect, folks. We're going to take a break as it looks like Parker is going to remain on the mound, and we will be right back. boys play some defense here in just a few minutes. Stick with us on ECB Sports. All right, folks, we're back to live action as Parker does remain on the bump. Now top of the fourth, Prime up 3-0, and that first pitch was in there for a ball, and that makes 2-0 right there. And that one's in the dirt, make it 3-0. And that one goes down 4-0, and we're throwing it around. And he's going to make second. He might try for third, at least make the turn. There he goes, safe at second. We had a little issue over there at third, so he is safe. On a walk, you can take as many bases as you can. And now I believe that Coach is going to have a word with Parker, maybe a possible pitching change. He left him on there to begin with. So Parker's going to come out. No, Parker's going to right, and it looks like Brantley's going to take over on the bump. So we're going to give him a chance to warm up, which is kind of counterintuitive as he's taking his hoodie off because it's chilly out here this morning with a little breeze. But we're going to take just a break, and we'll be right back. All right, so Brantley says he's warmed up. He's going to go one more pitch, and then we're going to go back live. He says he's feeling good. So now we've got a new batter coming to the box. Runner on second. Field umpire gives him final instructions. He's on the mound and ready to go. And we are live with baseball right now. And there goes the throw to third. It's going to be in the dirt. Wyatt knocks it down. And the runner's there safely. That one a little bit high. Make it 2-0. And a cut there. I don't know if he got a piece of it or not, but the runner goes back to third. Mason up on it. And there's a long fly ball to center. Bryce is going to let it drop, and a run scores. And runner stays at first. I think Bryce thought maybe that one was going to be deeper than it was. He kind of waited on it, and it just kind of, instead of sailing, it just dove down on him, and he let it drop, got it one hop, and got it in. Coach feels like that could have been a caught ball. There goes the runner. Mason's going to make the throw, and a good throw, just not quite in time. All right, so now the Buzz have put here in the top of the fourth 1 run on the board, but again, they've got to win the inning, so no outs. And there's a cut by that young man. One and one, I believe, to him. Runner on second. No outs. And that pitch a little high. And there's the throw. Oh, good stop by Wyatt. One hop. Runner's safe at third, though. Let's go, Brantley. Set him down. Don't lose him here. 3-1. Runner on third base. And there's a swing. Make it full count. I believe it's getting colder. I checked the temperature this morning when we walked out. It was about 50 degrees. And it got him. Cha-ching. Way to come back. Way to come back. He was deep in the count. 3-1. Came back and got him. All right, so 1 out. Runner still on third. And a new batter in the box. Here we go. And there's a foul ball out of play. That's the first one I think we've seen today. Banana ball rules say that if a fan catches a foul ball in the air, it's an out. Doesn't have to be your fan, doesn't have to be the other team's fan, just any fan out there that's here today. That is an out for that batter if it's caught foul. And there's 2. So 0-2, Brantley finds himself ahead in the count right here with 1 out and a runner on third. Sit him down, Brantley. Let's go. And there's a hard hit ball. That's going to Braylon. He's going to come to Cole. Cole can't pick it. Runner's going to second now. All right, so Cole missed the pick in the dirt, but Cole missed the pick. Got to have those, but a good try. Then he recovers, gets the ball, comes back. The runner decides to head back to first, and Cole almost tagged him out. All right. So that run did score, and runner on first, and there's a cut. And runner goes down to second on no throw from Mason. And the foul ball over towards me. That's all right. Inside the park. That's a little bit of a worry for me. These foul balls coming this way. If it gets above the fence, I'm in trouble. All right, runner on second. 0-2, and he swings, and that makes 3. But that's still 3 outs, I believe. Is that not? No, that's 2 outs. Okay. So like I said earlier, we had to fire the music lady for having too much fun. Now we got to fire the commentator. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here we go. There goes the runner. No throw. He's on safely on second. With the runner on third, they're just going to leave him there. All right, 2 outs. I think it's 1-0 to this batter. And there's a cut. And the throw back to third. Good throw, just can't handle it. Batter's back, or excuse me, the runner's back safely. And fouled off. Oh, and 2, I believe. And that one's in the dirt. Mason knocks it down, hangs on to it, and the runner stays where he is. I believe the count's 1-2. All right, Cole's tying his shoe there. And Brantley back on the mound. Here we go. And that one's low. Need to work on these batters, boys. Full count. Here we go. Throw it in there. Let him hit it. And he got him. All right, so that makes 2 outs. I'm gonna have to go get some hot chocolate here after this game. I swear the temperature's dropping. That wind is picking up. It's got downright cold. Earlier it was just chilly. Here we go. Strike. Nope. Not a bad miss. Look good from here. And foul ball. That's going to be 0-2. Excuse me, 1-2. 1-2. Oh, me. 1-1. Here we go. Thinking more about keeping my hands warm and hot chocolate. 2 outs on the board. Let's sit them down. There's a strike. Now 1-2. Let's go, Brantley. One more pitch, bud. Throw it in there, strike him out. Don't worry about the runners. We got 2 outs. Runners at second and third. 0-2. Get him. And that one's fouled off. And that one's hit back to Brantley. He catches it, and that's 3 outs. All right, so not before the Upstate Buzz put 2 on the board, but now those could be erased. Those 2 runs could be erased here in the bottom of the 4th if the Prime score 3 runs. And Cole getting a little bit of instruction there not to have to stretch before you have to. All right, so we're gonna flip them around and we'll be right back. Thanks for watching 10U Baseball on ECB Sports with the 5G Prime up currently 3-2 over the Upstate Buzz. We'll be right back. All right, Prime fans, we are back. Middle of the 4th, Prime up over the Upstate Buzz with Zach in the box. And he takes a look at a strike, 1-1. Let's go, Zach. And 2. Quickly. 1-2, gonna have to protect here. Attack that baseball, widen the zone. All that good stuff, choke up. Expand the zone, as Coach Sean likes to say. And that's gonna be on a pass pitch. And they got him. All right, so under banana ball rules on a pass pitch with nobody on base,
Number 77.
the runner can advance, but they got him. All right, so now with 1 out, Cole steps into the box. And that one's high. Ball 1. And Cole hits one right back to the first baseman, but the first baseman misses it. Got a glove on it, knocked it down. Good hard hit ball by Cole. Good job of the first baseman. He knocks it down, tags the plate. So quickly, 2 outs right here. Bottom of the 4th. And then Isaiah steps into the box. And Isaiah fouls one off. Oh and 1. Here we go. And Isaiah makes good hard contact. That's going to go to the shortstop, but he can't quite handle it. I mean, a hard hit grounder. So left fielder comes up. They wrangle it in. So now Isaiah is on first with 2 outs. And now Brantley comes to the box. There goes the runner. And here comes a throw, and Isaiah's safely there. Good throw. Just not quite on time. And there goes the runner, and Isaiah's at third. Another good throw. Third baseman knocks it down. So Isaiah there safely. Let's go, Brantley. Bring him in. That one's high. Isaiah thinks about it, but says, no, I'll stay there. So, in banana ball rules, the batter, once in the box, cannot leave the box, or it's a strike. But I did have, and there's a strike. That's going to be 2. 2 and 2. I had a conversation with the tournament director yesterday that obviously with a runner on third, as we have here with Isaiah over there, it becomes a safety issue if the batter does not leave the box and the runner on third tries to steal home. So I think that was just a word the umpire was saying to Brantley was, if you need to get out of the way for the play at home, get out of the way. And there's a pop fly. That one's going to be down. That's going to score the run, and Brantley's going to be safely on first. Little blooper into right field. They wrangle it up, and he's going to be safe as he brings Isaiah home. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup as Bryce steps into the box. 2 outs. Here we go. And he fouls one off. So we're going to reset and do it again. 0-1. There goes the runner. Here comes the throw. Another good throw. That one, second baseman captures that one to hold him there. So I've only got one camera today, but the second baseman threw the ball back to the pitcher. The pitcher missed it. Brantley was over there cleaning the base off and had an opportunity to go to third and missed it. That one a little bit inside. And coach hollering, hey, let the umpire clean the base. Not your job, dude. He could have been at third. All right. So Brantley gets his lead. Bryce in the box. Here's the pitch. Outside and high. I believe that's going to be 3-1. Here we go. Now he's down to third safely. I guess that was 2-1. Now 3-1. And that's going to bring him down. So with runners on the corners now, Bryce at first, he's just going to head on down to second. And Cooper steps into the box with 2 outs and 2 runners on. There's one in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. And there goes the runners. And he's safe. All right, so Bryce stayed where he is, but Brantley scored on the throw back to the pitcher. The pitcher missed it, and that's still a live ball. I mean, it's, you know, unless time is called or it's a dead ball for a foul, that's a live ball. So that run scored. And the play at third, again, pulls the third baseman off, but he makes a good stop to save that run from going in. And now Bryce is over there. And Cooper's still in the box. 2-0 to him. That's going to be 3-0. And pitcher goes to third. Nothing doing there. Bryce back safely. Bryce has really shown a lot of improvement this season, in the spring, through the summer, and into the fall. And Cooper rips one. That's going to shortstop. Let's see if he's going to make the play. All right, so he beat him out just by half a step. Good hit, though, Coop. We're going to swap him out. Let's see now. I think we're going to end up with a score of 4-0 or 4-1. I'm not exactly sure. We're going to let Game Changer catch up because we did score some runs that inning. They scored some runs, but I'm not sure if we took the inning or if they did. So we got to let Game Changer catch up. These banana ball rules, they got to redo the score. But we're going to take a break and we will be right back. All right, Prime fans, we are back. Top of the 5th. Game Changer's caught up now. The score is 3-0. Prime up over the Buzz. As batter steps into the box, Brantley remains on the bump, and AJ has come in for Cole at first. And there's a ball. Parker, let's see, I think he was in right field before. Bryce still in center. Cooper over there in left. Everybody else is the same. And that one a little low. 2-0. Isaiah, actually, I'm checking here. Isaiah is now at second. He's come in for Zach. And Parker went to right field with the pitching change. And there's a cut. 2-1. Right, so the only changes we had this half was Isaiah coming in for Zach at second and AJ in for Cole at first. And that's going to be 3-1. Let's go, Brantley. Rein it in, bud. Don't lose him. And there's a strike. And one other defensive change that I just now saw, Barrett is behind the plate, in for Mason. And there's a hard hit ball right back to Parker. Excuse me, Brantley. I still got Parker in my head. Right back to Brantley, and he makes the connection to AJ for 1 out. Good heads-up defensive baseball right there. Excuse me, folks. It is. I was not dressed for this. Like I said, I woke up earlier and it was 50 degrees. I threw on a t-shirt and a hoodie. And there's a long ball to left. That's going to get down. Coop's going to get it in quickly. They're going to keep him at first for a single. No way you were going to get to that one. Just a nice little blooper into left field. So with 1 out, The Upstate Buzz find themselves with a runner on first and a batter in the box. Here we go. There goes the runner, and that's hit fair. And Wyatt, it was just a dribbler right down third baseline. Wyatt couldn't get there enough. Made a good throw. Excuse me. Mason over there on third. In for Wyatt. Lots of changes. Got to look around, see what all's going on. Runners, there go the runners. Foul ball, just out of play. So the runners are going to come back. We're going to reset. All right, so yeah, that's Mason over on third. Wyatt had been there earlier. There go the runners. Barrett knocks it down, makes the throw to third. Good throw, just not in time. And there's a strike. One and two our count to this batter. And he makes contact. That's a hard hit ball that's going to be down in center. Bryce knocks it down and gets it in, but a run is going to score. Maybe two. Yes, both runs score. And they keep the batter at first. Again, good line drive to center. And coach wanting a word with the umpire. Not sure exactly what they're talking about. But that was a good hard hit ball. Nothing Bryce could do about that one, just to be there, catch it on one hop, get it in as quickly as possible. That's baseball. Good hit by number 11 there on first. We are in the top of the fifth. Our start time, I'm not sure officially what it was, but it was supposed to be 8:30, and it's now about 9:55, so we would be coming up on an hour and a half. I don't think that has anything to do with what they're talking about, but now the umpires are talking. And Coach Rowe talking with their third base coach. Obviously some conversation going on. All right, so whatever they were talking about, they seem to have gotten it worked out. All right, so whatever it was, they got it worked out with one out and a runner on first. Batter in the box, and he takes a cut. Strike one. It is getting cold, y'all. There goes the runner, and a hard hit ball is foul. Third base coach stops it. So 0-2 to this batter. Here we go. And got him. And the throw up, gets out in the center, and he gets past Bryce. Now that runner is probably going to score. or at least go to third. They're calling him home. Here's going to be the play at home. And so on the throw from Barrett down to second in the dirt, Braylon couldn't hang on to it, and it got past Isaiah and Bryce and allowed the run to score. These boys got to wake up. It's cold out here, I get it, but they got to wake up. They can let this game slip away from them. And that one's fouled off. They got to stay alive. They got the lead right now, but they got to stay alive. We're going to be coming into the sixth if we get there on time. There was some discussion that they were just going to let these games go 6 innings because they move along fairly quickly with the banana ball rules. There's a good hard hit. That's down. That's going to be a good single. Bryce there to get that one. But again, good hard line drive right into shallow center right. All right, so here's 2 outs, runner on first. Here we go. And he goes, and that should be handled cleanly. And they do, that's 3 outs. So let's swap them out, boys, isn't it? I thought it was 3. That's 3 outs. Let's go, boys. All right, that's what I thought. Yes, sir, that's 3 outs. So we're gonna swap them out. We'll be right back. On the play there by Isaiah to AJ. All right, so we're coming into the bottom of the 5th. Right now, the Prime have 3 points. The Upstate Buzz has 3 runs. So to win this inning, the Prime need to score 4 runs to win the inning. If they don't, then I believe the score as we would finish the 5th would be the Prime up 3 over the Upstate Buzz, 3-1. And again, more discussion here. Not sure what they're talking about, but now they just called it ball game. They just called ball game. Okay, I guess there was discussion about time or whatever, so I guess with that they're going to call it a walk-off in the middle of the 5th. So the Prime win their first game today over the Upstate Buzz and are going to play the Upstate Wolves at noon, I believe. And we're going to check the handshakes here. And we will be back at noon after a short break. Y'all stick around with us. Thank you so much for watching 10U Baseball with the 5G Prime and ECB Sports. We'll see you soon, folks. Take care.